Welcome back to Talks in the Mirror with me. We are on time this week. I have been in my Bible. I have been trying to do better with my time. Just trying to make sure I am dedicating my time to things that matter. And when I say matter, I mean things that are not only good for me, but good for others. I don't want to be a steward of the things that God blessed me with and keep them to myself. So I just want to make sure I'm doing what God wants me to do. So yeah, let's get into this conversation today. Cause I literally be praying like on Sundays. I get up, I do my Sunday cleaning, I do my reset Sunday. So I have a thing I call reset Sunday. I do this every single Sunday. I get up, I do my facial. I make sure I take my vitamins, but I take my vitamins every day. But I do my weekly turmeric facial mask, or I'll just do like my rice mask, like my rice cleaning facial. I do my prayers, I do my sermons. I cut on Pastor Mitchell, Philip Anthony Mitchell from 2819 Church. I cut on my girl Sarah Jakes. I get in my daily devotional. I get in my book. I'm currently reading the All of God. I get in my Bible. I'm currently in Revelation. So I'm reading about how God released the 7 angels into the earth and their different tasks and assignments for that time, what they did. And it's deep, y'all. Like, we are literally living in those times. So get into your Bible. I would definitely say start with the book of Revelations, because those are currently the times we are in. And then I say go into the book of Acts, and then into the book of Psalms, and then, just go on, or whatever works for you. There are a lot of Bible guides that kind of tell you where to start and start reading it when you're in your season, because most people don't like to start with the beginning of the Bible. I tried to start with the beginning of the Bible, and it just didn't work for me. I've tried several times, and I just couldn't do it. So I ended up joining Megan Ashley with her podcast, and she has the whole community. So she was doing the book of Acts. She started with that, and she did a whole conference on that, and she also did the book, the All of God. So I kind of got there from what she was doing, and I started there. That worked for me. Everything doesn't work for everybody, so do what works for you. So today's conversation is pretty deep to me. Every conversation I try to have is usually talking about myself. Usually, most of the time, I'm talking about myself. Starting with me, starting with the man in the mirror. That's why it's called Talks in the Mirror with Me, because I'm always doing my own reflections. I can't reflect from nobody else but myself. I am a reflection of my own self. So, just to start off, the topic of this conversation is, are your dreams dying with you? For real. So, don't let your dreams die with you. Don't drag your dreams to your deathbed. I don't know what the topic's gonna be, but that's what it's about. Don't drag your dreams to your deathbed. I get this from my readings today. It kind of took me back to what I heard someone say. I think this was on a podcast, and she was saying, like, one of her friends told her when she was talking about her dreams, and she had this fear of doing these things, and she just, didn't fully trust in God, and she was just so scared of failure, which we all are. We are all afraid of failure. Nobody wants to fail. Nobody wants to put all their time and energy into something and it just flops like that. Nobody wants that. And there's always a lesson. There's always a lesson in a situation, but sometimes you don't want that lesson. Sometimes I don't feel like learning no lesson. I'm tired. Like, just let it happen. Let it work. What are we doing? For real. So, but you know what I'm saying? Like, don't let your dreams die with you. Just to go back to that, this lady was saying, like her friend said, okay, close your eyes and imagine this. You're in your deathbed and all your dreams are standing around you. Everything you wanted to be. You wanted to do this, you wanted to do that, you wanted to start a business, you wanted to start your podcast, you wanted to start your hairline, you wanted to start doing hair, you want to start doing nails, you want to start whatever you wanted to do. And you wanted it to be bigger than what it was, or you started doing it and you just gave up on it. And you continue to work for somebody else. Or you just gave up on your dreams, your goals, because it didn't work for you. And it didn't work fast enough. Or you didn't fully trust in God to let it happen. And you on your deathbed and all your dreams and goals just standing around with you crying and mourning because you taking them with you. All your dreams and goals just standing around your deathbed and crying and mourning because, like, we leaving with you. We going with you. Like, girl, what? Like, where you had all this time? You 75. Like, you dead and said you about to die at 75 and you had 75 years. You had in your first 25, baby, you was really chilling in college. Like, you really was chilling. So you had 50 years to do everything you needed to do, and you wasted it being afraid or working for somebody else. Like, if you don't go for your goals, you're going to help complete somebody else's, and that's what I'm learning. And these companies do not care about you. And these companies do not want to pay you what you worth. Like, literally, my salary is supposed to go up to like almost six figures. At six figures. No, I ain't gonna almost. My salary is supposed to go up to six figures. And the company did not want to pay me. So they basically ended my contract because they did not want to hire me straight on and pay what I was supposed to get. So they hired somebody for cheaper and started them off with a low salary because they basically told me they couldn't afford me. Y'all, these companies do not care about you. And they gave me less than a 2-week notice on top of this. And in my email, they basically told me, you did a great job. We love working with you. We loved all of this, X, Y, and Z, but we just don't have the funds to pay you. And when I tell you, I got back online the next week and I was looking at jobs to apply for, and that job was one of them up there, and they was not paying what I was supposed to get paid. They was paying my starting rate. Because they had to go up on my salary, they couldn't even pay me what they started with. They had to pay me more because of my experience I had doing the job. Like, seriously, like, don't spend your life working for somebody else and you get so caught up because I was looking for another job when I stopped doing it. And I was just like, I just have to do something. And now, like I said, I still have my transportation company. I get good contracts. I'm making a good, nice weekly pay off of that. I'm not seeing my, six figures and stuff right now, but I make a good weekly pay off of that. You know what I'm saying? I do my content creating. It's a nice little amount coming in from that now. Still trying to get the podcast monetized, but we gonna work on it. And just like, you have to trust in God, because I wanted to jump back into work. I got an offer starting off at six figures, but I would have to be back in Georgia, and I just don't have that lifestyle set up right now in Georgia to just jump back into that. I'm not ready for that right now. Georgia's a lot. I'm trusting in God right now. And I was just reading my scriptures today, and it was just telling me, like, basically, baby, you in a season of rest. If you know me, you know I've been working 2 or 3 jobs since I was like 15. I've always worked. I've been in school. I'm a single mom. I've always made a way for me and my child. I've never had no handouts. I don't have mom and daddy money. Nobody is funding this lifestyle, baby. I do it on my own. I make a way out of no way. And God put people in positions in my life to bless me. So ain't nobody helping me. I don't live with my mom. I don't live with my daddy. I can't do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if I do go live with my mom, I'm taking care of her. She's not helping me. I'm helping her. So there's no situation in my life where I'm just put up. I can be, but nobody want me put up with no abusive man or no controlling man. I just don't want that. Like, only man I want running my life is God. That's it. If you're gonna be a part of my life, then you're gonna be a part of it. You're not going to run it. Like, that's simple. You're gonna get with the program. Nobody is bigger than my program, and that's simple. Nobody's bigger than the program but God. So it's simple. And one thing I know for sure is when you get in your Bible, God starts speaking through you, and God often places dreams, visions, and purposes within us that extend beyond our lifetimes. Like, seriously, many biblical figures carry promises that outlive them, trusting God to fulfill them through future generations. And there are so many stories in the Bible that just talk about that. Like, sometimes it's your work to start. You just get it started, and then God takes it to a whole other level. So this is where building generational wealth comes in. When you're building generational wealth, you trust God to start a thing, and He gonna finish it. Sometimes you just have to start it. I wish it was things that my family would have started that I could have built on. For instance, my dad had a good business. My dad had a housing company. It was called New Beginnings. It was in Virginia. My daddy had like so many rooming houses. Like, he had contracts through the VA because his wife was a nurse there. So he had contracts through them, and he had his rooming houses, and he had it set up really nice. And if my dad would have worked with me and had patience to work with me and instill like different things inside of me to work with me and build on that, I feel like there would have been a multi-million-dollar business right now. But my dad didn't believe in me. My dad didn't trust me. My dad didn't take out the time to honestly get to know me. And he took something that he started with him. No one took over their business. No one wanted to invest in their business after my dad passed. Everybody just let it go, including my dad. And I feel like if my dad would have really took out the time to work with me to build generational wealth, that business would be like, for real, their business would be skyrocketing right now. We would have so many properties. We would probably have buildings. Like, we would have so much right now. Like, if my dad would have took the skills and talents that I had even at a young age and matched it with his and really trusted and invested in me, we would have broke a lot of generational curses. We would have broke a lot of generational debt, honestly. But he didn't. He was selfish, and he took everything with him. He was living for today, not tomorrow. And a lot of us do that. We be living for today, not tomorrow. We don't invest into our kids. We don't invest in our families. We go out and we start a business, and our first big sale, first 100,000 we go out and buy a brand new car. We go out and buy this big house. We go out and buy this stuff instead of being like, okay, I made my first 100,000. Okay, let me see if I could do it 2 more times. And then that's when I'm going to go out and buy this stuff. We be so ready to spend the money as soon as we get it, instead of continuously investing into new endeavors. We just be so ready to celebrate and spend the money as soon as we get it. Dang, sit on it for a second. Like, I'm working on something right now, and I've had offers, but I'm working on something right now because I don't want to get into a contract or get into something where I signed to get some money, and the APR rate is so high, and I get myself put in this debt with my business that I can't pay the money back. I have to make sure I'm seeing the money first. So before I go out here and sign for anything over $20,000 at this point, because that's the only thing I can afford to pay back right now. So before I go out here and sign for something that's I'm not even seeing right now. My company only seeing like 20,000 right now for this year. That's where I'm at right now for this year for my company. Before I go out here and sign for $100,000 and I haven't even made $100,000 or even gonna be close to making it for the year, I didn't put myself in debt because I'm finna go out and get the 100,000. What I'm finna do with it? I can invest in my company. I can try to get more contracts. I can do this. I can do that. That's what I need to do. But most of us get that and then we go out and we go ball. We go out and go buy clothes, buy sections. We be so busy trying to impress people that we ain't trying to impress God. Stop trying to impress people and try to impress God. Seriously. Like, I'm getting more and more into impressing God over people. I used to want everything to be perfect. I used to have the perfect outfit, the perfect hair, the perfect nails, the perfect background, the perfect music, the perfect quote. Everything had to be perfect for the people on my social medias. Now I don't give. You gonna get what you get from me. I'm not in competition with nobody. I'm not trying to have the perfect content. I'm not trying to do that. You're going to get the real and rawness from me. A lot of people run around here and be deep as a puddle. They're not happy with themselves. They're not happy within, and they putting on this facade on social media, and it's everything looks so perfect and peachy, and it's not. It's not, and it's okay because I prefer raw and real people. Some people like that facade, and you gonna get who is your audience. I like real raw people. That's why I love Sarah Jakes. Sarah Jakes is so real and so raw. It ain't had nothing. That's why I love her. I had a child at an early age. They shunned me out the church. They talked about me. They talked about me. They called me fast. They said this, they said that. My mom didn't even think I was going to graduate. She told me I wasn't going to graduate. I worked at a strip club as a bottle girl. I was a server. I put myself in some rooms and some environments that I shouldn't have been in. I've danced with the devil. Okay? I've sold drugs. I've done so much. But when I tell you, when God is after your heart, he going to pull you back every time. And he going to keep placing and keep putting things on your heart to do. And when I tell you God wants his work done on this earth and he has an assignment on your life, and you got to let him in. You have to let the Lord in to know what your assignment is. Seriously, we all have an assignment on this earth, and we so caught up into how people done us and our pride and other things that we forget that we literally have an assignment on this earth, and it's not about us. We ain't bigger than the program. Nobody's bigger than the program. Nobody is bigger than God's program. I'm for real. Nobody. And if you don't get with the program, he gonna remove you and he gonna assign an assignment to somebody else. Listen, I promise you he will. So that's what, God promises to extend beyond one lifetime. Genesis 12, verses 2 through 3 says, I will make you into a great nation. I will bless you. I will make your name great and you will be blessing. All peoples on earth will be blessed through you. So Abraham never saw the fulfillment of God's promise. A nation as numerous as the stars, the Messiah coming through his lineage. But he obeyed anyways. His faith set in motion a legacy that still blesses the earth today. So God put something in us, even if you start the good thing and you don't see it. Your kids gonna see it. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what you may do. You don't know what doors you may open for other people. And that's why I always say, like, I don't want to do something that only serves me. I want to start a business where I can employ other people. I want to start something where I'm helping other people. I don't want to do something where it's just about me. Me. I'm sorry. I don't want that. I used to want to be an actor so bad. I used to want to, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. And it was just like, who am I serving by being an actor? I might inspire other girls that want to be an actor, come from small cities and, had a child early and stuff like that. I might inspire somebody, but who am I really helping? Who am I really helping? Seriously. Nothing wrong with acting because you may be helping somebody. But for me, I just didn't see who I was helping with doing it. I just never felt like that was my assignment in life. I wanted to do it. A lot of people seen it for me, but who am I helping? And passing the vision to the next generation. In Deuteronomy 31, verses 7 through 8. Then Moses summoned Joshua and said to him in the presence of all Israel, be strong and courageous, for you must go with his people into the land. The Lord himself goes before you and will be with you. Oh, that's a word. When I tell you the Lord will go before you and be with you, there is nothing this man will not go and do before you. I'm telling you, I've seen it. God has went before me so many times, and like, child, I've already got everything set up for you right now. I'm finna go before you and get everything done and handled. I just need you to walk by faith, not by sight. And that's why he say walk by faith, not by sight. Because you walking right behind him. He gonna see through everything for you. He gonna walk through everything for you. Just let him guide you. Let the Lord guide you. Let go and let God. For real, y'all. Let go and let God. Whatever you believe in, whatever you want to do, whatever it is, let go and let God and believe in yourself. Now, some of y'all that's still trying to open up boutiques and stuff, come on now. Who is that really serving? I was a stylist. Now, being a stylist serves people. I had women that come in and didn't have no confidence. They had a lack of confidence. And I would go in, pick out different clothes for them, stuff they would never see themselves in, and it would help boost their confidence. Like being a stylist, being a hairstylist. You fixing people up, you know what I'm saying? Like, make sure it's a hairstylist. You speaking over people. You putting your hands in somebody's head. Being a hairstylist is serving somebody. Some people can't do their hair. Some people got alopecia. Some people, you know what I'm saying? Some people are depressed, and even getting their hair done will change their whole mood. It boosts your confidence having your hair done. Baby, every time I leave that shop, I'm taking 20 videos. My Snapchat and Instagram about to go crazy after I get my hair done. You hear me? It's going crazy. I want that freshness. I want to I'm finna go home and change 5 times because I'm finna do a whole photo shoot with this first install because I know when I wake up tomorrow, my hair not gonna look like that. It's not gonna look like that. It's not. So that's how we be about God. Seriously. When God puts a dream or a vision in your head and it's fresh, get on it. Like, start reading into it. Start talking to God. Start praying. Start looking for scriptures that talk around it. And help it boost you more. Help it make it start coming to realizations. Make it start feeling real. Like today, I told God, like, I don't know what my conversation gonna be about today, but I know I'm never going to run out of topics because I can run my mouth. Okay? I will talk to myself. My man walked in on me several times talking to myself. Do you hear me? Like, I will talk to myself. I don't care. It's gonna get out. I don't have to have friends. I don't have to talk to nobody. I'm so for real. I will shut down. I don't have to talk to nobody. I will talk to God and talk to myself because we're gonna figure it out. The three of us, me, myself, and him, we're going to figure it out collectively together. So just trust the Lord, trust the Lord, trust the Lord. So David's unfulfilled dreams, Solomon's assignment. So 1 Chronicles 28, verses 6 and verses 10. He said to me, Solomon, your son is the one who will build my house, my courts, for I have chosen him to be my son. Be strong and do the work. David dreamed of building God's temple, but was told his son would do it instead. Instead of resentment, he gathered resources, encouraged Solomon. Sometimes our role is to set for the next generation for success. I wish my daddy would have did that for me. I have to do it for my daughter. You have to set the next generation up for success. For real. Stop being haters. Stop like, well, I'm telling you, I see mamas that be hating their kids out of stuff. You mad that you done let all this time pass by, so now your daughter grown, she done graduated, she going off to college, she finna start making way more money than you ever seen in your life. You start hating on her. You start introducing her stuff that she shouldn't be diving in. You start trying to make everything hard for her. You start trying to make her pay bills, do this, do that. You try to make life so hard for her, and then start encouraging her like, well, do you really need to do this? You can go do this. You can go do that. You ain't got to. Like, I've seen it. I've had people around me, family. Where I've been in corporate America and studied, and I've had like older women in corporate America like picking with me, doing this, doing that, because I come into job and they've been in this job and they didn't start working there until they was probably 30, and I came there at 25 doing the same thing they doing, making the same amount they making, and they hating on me. Instead of my family encourage me, being like, you know what I'm saying, now you got this, just pray, read this scripture, let God encourage you, because you never know, you know what I'm saying, once they give in and they start liking you. Like, have people that speak life into you instead of people just like, oh nah, F that, let it go, you don't gotta deal with that, you ain't gotta deal with that nonsense, you ain't. Get them people away from around you. Anybody that encourage you to give up on your dreams and your goals or something that's good for you, the minute it start getting a little hard, get them people away from around you because they weak. I don't like people around me that always find a flaw or a fault in something. I don't like that. If I'm talking about what I'm trying to do and you just like, well, this may not work, because no, it may not work for you because you lack faith. My faith ain't your faith. Get away from around me, baby. I don't like that. You're negative. You're a hater. I don't like that. For real. I do not like them type of, I don't. So, believe in yourself. Set things up not only for yourself, but for the generations after you. Let's stop being so selfish and getting these small jobs and careers and getting degrees, and you working for somebody else. You ain't set up no generational wealth for your child. You getting this little salary, it's decent, you making 6 figures, but it still ain't big enough to set up generational wealth. Set up some type of generational wealth. Baby, it's biblical to have more than one source of income. I do not care about the girl says, oh, she a nurse, she doing this, she doing it. Okay, what else is she doing? Do she have a scrub line? Is she doing something else? Like, what else is she doing? She's starting her own practice. Like, what else is she doing besides that? Because them people can fire her tomorrow, and what else does she have to file on? Set up generational wealth. Stop taking careers and jobs that only take care of you and take care of the small things around you. And set up some generational wealth, for real. Set up generational wealth. I mean it. And let God guide you. Believe in God. Believe in God. Believe in God. So these are conversations, conversation points and key points to keep, you know what I'm saying, keep your dreams alive. So first question you ask yourself, are my dreams aligned with God's purpose? Pray for clarity. Some dreams are for now, others are for others are for future generations. So pray to God. Like I always say, talk to God about what you're trying to do. Even before I started this podcast, I prayed that God guided my tongue to say what I need to say. And I feel like I did really good. I feel like I do really good on my podcast when I pray before. I'm seeing that. When I don't pray before my podcast, I'm like I do a lot of pausing and hesitation. But when I pray before my podcast and ask God to guide my tongue, when I tell you that man be having me talking a mile a minute, baby, the conversation be conversation. My personality comes out, so I don't be nervous. None of that. Like I'm ready to go. The girl be ready to go. So talk to God like about everything you do before you walk out your house, before you start your day. Ask God what is your assignment for the day, because sometimes your assignment for that moment is not, you know what I'm saying, for real. We be thinking like God will give us a vision. We think it's due for today. It's not. That's something for tomorrow. Ask him what the vision for today is. I always ask God what your assignment for today is. You can have an assignment for today, for the week, for the month, and for the year. Ask God what the assignment is. Who can I mentor to empower? Who can I mentor and empower to continue the vision? Like Elijah and Elisha. And that's in 2 Kings chapter 2, verse 9. Identify importance to success. A lot of y'all be gatekeeping. A lot of y'all want to do everything on your own. You want to run your business. You want to do everything on your own, and you wonder why your stuff is crashing and burning. People come into your life and they try to help you. They give you ideas, and you be so scared because you be, oh, they gonna try to say they did. They gonna try to take over my business. They gonna try to do this. Baby, nobody wants your stuff. People are trying to help you. Okay? Ask God to, and y'all pray to God that He give you people to help you. And then when God send you to help, you don't even take it. You don't even take it. You don't even take it. And you just keep making excuses and complaints instead of utilizing what God is placing in front of you. Stop doing that. I see a lot of people doing it. I'm dealing with somebody like that now, for real. I see a lot of people do that. God literally places somebody in your life to help you with your vision, help you execute the vision, help you execute the plan. And what you do? Because I don't want them trying to take claim or take over what I did, what I invested into. We know you invested into it. We know it's your business. Baby, people just trying to help you. People just trying to pour into you. For real. A lot of y'all don't know how to lead. A lot of y'all don't know how to take help. And when you take help, you don't know how to let people tell, you know what I'm saying, give you advice. You just want to tell them what to do. It don't work like that. Am I acting in faith even if I don't see fulfillment? And this is something I'm dealing with right now with this podcast. Lord, am I acting in faith? This man pounded this podcast on my mind every day. He like, why you ain't post? I'm telling you, when I skip weeks of posting podcast episodes, God, like, you had a message to give this week and you didn't fulfill it. I literally hear him saying that. You had a message to give this week and you didn't fulfill it. Because everybody not on the Pastor Philip Mitchell level. Everybody not on Sarah Jakes level. Everybody not on Megan Ashley level. Everybody not on Anita Phillips level. Everybody not on Stephanie Okafor level again. Everybody not ready for them people. Some of us do need the B. Simones. Some of us do need the Nishan Maries. Some of us do need lighter people to guide us to the bigger people. I started with B. Simone. B. Simone guided me to Megan Ashley. Megan Ashley guided me to Jackie Hill Perry. Jackie Hill guided me to Philip Anthony Mitchell. I've been listening to Sarah Jakes. Her daddy guided me to her. He left. That's what I say about creating generational wealth. He invested in his daughter, and now his daughter is carrying on his legacy. And then you have where people will guide you to other people to start off in the faith, and he will guide you to other people that got, you know what I'm saying? Because your walk on the faith is going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. It's going to start here and it's going to grow here. So when people talk about B. Simone, it's a lot of things that I don't agree with what she's doing, but B. Simone is getting those people, getting the traction of the people that's just starting, the people that still wear booty shorts and a blazer to church. Those are the people that are going to B. Simone. And once they grow in their faith and they get serious, then they grow into different people. They grow into the women that wear full suits to church. And they grow into the women that wear, you know, but not saying it like really physically, but just saying like your faith is on a different level. So you just like, and it's just like with your goals. what somebody's seeing right now is not what you may see today, but you may see it tomorrow. Don't compare your journey and your walk and what you're trying to do to somebody else's. Stay in your lane. That's why everybody got their own lane. And when the minute you swear about your lane and get into somebody else, that's when confusion and car wrecks happen. Stay in your lane. Stop worrying about everybody else. When I tell y'all, people make up fake pages. People stalk my IG. It's a lot of monitoring spirits out here. IG tell you who look at your page now. It's just say suggested for you. So when you come to my page thinking I don't see you, it say suggested for you. And it's so many people I know that's speaking on me, and all these monitoring spirits have been coming around me. And I know people have been speaking things, negative things over my life. Pray about that. Pray that God continues to guide you. Pray that anything somebody sends to you, you send it back to them, good or bad. God, whatever somebody sent to me and spoke on my life today, I pray that you send it back to them. Seriously. When you get serious about yourself, when you get serious about your goals and your dreams, you have to get serious about God. Because that's the only way you're going to get through it. You got to get through it with God. Ain't nothing else going to get you through it. Not sex, not weed, not money, not nothing. All that stuff is temporary. The only person that's going to make sure that what you do is left in this earth is God. It's a lot of temporary stuff going on right now. It's a lot of temporary celebrities. It's a lot of temporary things. But certain people are going to leave a mark on this world, on this earth. Be one of them people. Don't be a temporary person. Do something that's bigger than you. Seriously. So, even if you don't see fulfillment in what you're doing, continue to walk in your faith. I don't see fulfillment in a lot of things I'm doing right now, but I'm continuing to walk in faith because God is doing so much for me. Like, I'm seeing it. I'm not seeing no big fulfillment. I'm not seeing no big checks coming in right now. But God has set my life up to where I don't even have to work for nobody else. And I'm still okay. I'm still good. I'm still seeing a nice salary. Without even having a salary, I'm still seeing a nice salary. Seriously. I mean it. So what steps can I take to preserve the vision? That's another question to ask yourself. So 4 questions to ask yourself right now. Are your dreams aligned with God's purpose? Who can I mentor and empower to continue my vision? Am I acting in faith even if I don't see fulfillment? And what steps can I take to preserve my vision? That's real. What steps do you need to take to preserve your vision? Because sometimes we can get weak in our vision. Sometimes we can lose the vision. I'm telling you, it's been days where I'm just like, what am I doing? Is this really what I need to be doing? But God, like, you have to do it. You have to keep going. Don't give up, baby. Just don't give up. So write it down. Share with faithful stewards and leave resources. Like, write it down. I have a journal, y'all. I always write in my journal. I try to do my Bible study. And every day I do my Bible study, I read my Bible. I do my daily devotion. I read my book. And I write in my journal and try to bring it all together. And I just really try to let God guide me. Seriously. I do. I really do. So write down your goals. I see that a lot. When you write stuff down, it really comes to life. So start writing stuff down. Not writing in your notes on your phone. Get a piece of paper and a pen. Write that stuff down. Not writing in your notes on your phone. None of that. Write it down on a piece of paper and pray over it with a scripture. Seriously. We be so busy and like writing stuff. And no, write it down. The Bible is literally written. Write it down. Y'all be so caught up in these phones. That phone can die tomorrow. I want something that's wrote down that I can look at. That's right there. And pray over it. So your dreams are seeds. So a final word of encouragement from this whole conversation. Your dreams are seeds. Some you'll see grow. Others will flourish after you're gone. Stay faithful, invest in others, and trust God's timing. He who begins a good work in you will carry it unto completion, even if that completion spans generation. When I tell you, he who begins a good work in you will carry it on until completion. Anything that God does to you, unto you, for others, he's going to carry into completion. Trust in the Lord. Trust in the Lord. Trust in the Lord. I don't know where you are in life right now, but I pray that you don't give up on your dreams. I pray that you don't give up on your goals. I pray that you give it to God. And I pray that you see the fruits of your labor in this lifetime. And if you don't, I pray your kids do. But y'all, go for your goals. Don't give up on yourself. And in the journal this week, I want you to write them 4 topics. Like, those are the 4 topics for this week in your journal. Are your dreams designed with God's purpose? Who can I mentor and empower to continue my vision? Am I acting in faith, even if I don't see fulfillment? And what steps can I take to preserve the vision? Those are the 4 questions I want you to ask yourself this week in your journal topic. And really think about that. And find scriptures that follows along with that and pray over that and let it work out for you. So don't let your dreams die with you, for real. God puts a good work in all of us. We all have an assignment on this earth. Do not let your dreams and your goals die with you, because you don't know who you may touch. You don't know who life you can change. Just imagine if Sarah Jakes never decided to be a preacher. It would be a lot of girls out here that would be still lost. Seriously. Sarah Jakes was needed for a time like this. Jackie Hill, imagine if Jackie Hill Perry never decided to give her life to God and stop being gay. and married that man and had them kids, it would be a lot of lost gay girls out here still. I'm just being real with y'all. Imagine if Philip Anthony Mitchell decided to still be that hood nigga from Chicago. I'm telling you. As you can see it in them. Imagine. For real. Just imagine. Imagine. You know how many lost souls will be out here? Philip Anthony Mitchell never decided to start his fellowship, never decided to become a prophet. Imagine if Preston Perry never decided to get into apologetics, continue to be a hood nigga. Imagine. I'm telling y'all. Imagine if Nishan Marie never decided to start her podcast and give her life to God. I don't know who listening. I don't know who life I'm touching. But just imagine. Imagine who you may be holding up when you're not going for your goals and your dreams. Imagine. Just imagine. Seriously. So I say all that to say, give it to God. Don't give up on your goals and your dreams. For real, y'all. For real. Say a prayer this week that dives into that. Write down them 4 questions. And I pray that this podcast helps you on your healing journey. I pray it does. Seriously. Because it's helping me. So thank you all so much for coming back to have a deep dive into Talks in the Mirror with me by Nishan Marie. Take a look in the mirror this week and judge yourself. Stop judging everybody else. Y'all have a great week. Talk to you later.